What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be learning 10 ways you can make your flooded acid battery last longer. Number 7 is the most important. Flooded lead acid battery is the type of lead acid battery that requires maintenance. And if you want your flooded lead acid battery to last between 5 to 10 years, these are the necessary things you need to do. Number 1 is regular check-up and top-up of distilled water. Flooded lead acid battery contains liquid electrolyte, which dries up with time. When your battery charges and discharges, it emits hydrogen gas. And also, liquid vapor escapes from the vent cap of a flooded lead acid battery, which reduces the liquid level in the flooded lead acid battery. Therefore, you need to top up your flooded lead acid battery with distilled water when the liquid level in the batteries goes down. Make sure that the liquid level in the flooded lead acid battery is a little bit above the plate. Number 2 is avoid deep discharge of your batteries. The recommended depth of discharge for a flooded lead acid battery is 50% depth of discharge. Therefore, if you drain your batteries below 50% regularly, you are shortening the lifespan of your batteries. Don't subject your flooded lead acid batteries to load that it cannot handle. Number 3 is keep batteries fully charged when not in use. When your flooded lead acid battery is uncharged or partially discharged for a very long time, it will make your flooded lead acid battery to sulfate, which will damage the plates of your flooded lead acid battery and thereby reducing the storage capacity of your flooded lead acid battery. Therefore, make sure that your flooded lead acid battery is always at its float voltage. Even when you are going for vacation or going for holiday, make sure that your batteries is always charged and kept at its float voltage to avoid sulfation or damaging the plates of your batteries. Number 4 is equalize your batteries. Equalization is controlled overcharging of your batteries. Equalization removes sulfation in your batteries and also helps to balance the cells of your batteries. Equalization is usually done at an interval, maybe 30 days interval or 60 days interval, as the case may be. Equalization can be done manually or done automatically with a charge controller. Number 5 is clean the battery terminals. When your flooded lead acid battery is overcharged or when you overfill your flooded lead acid battery with distilled water, it will make your flooded lead acid battery to emit sulfuric acid in vapor form, which condenses on the terminals of the batteries and thereby causing corrosion to those terminals. Corrosion in the terminals of the batteries causes resistance to the flow of current. Therefore, you need to clean the terminals of your batteries and grease those terminals with petroleum jelly to enhance conductivity. Number 6 is ensure adequate ventilation. When flooded lead acid battery is charging and discharging, it emits hydrogen gas, which is highly flammable. Therefore, you need to install your flooded lead acid battery in a well-ventilated environment to make sure that the hydrogen gas will be able to escape either from the window or from the ventilation vents. Number 7, which is the most important, is set your battery charging voltage and float voltage. Setting your battery charging voltage will help your battery to charge with the correct amperage. Therefore, you need to check your battery manual to know the manufacturer's recommendation on the charging voltage and the float voltage for your batteries. Don't leave your battery charging voltage and float voltage to its default setting. Make sure that you change your charging voltage and float voltage based on manufacturer's recommendation to make sure that your battery charges efficiently and also helps your battery to get to its full charge. Number 8 is make sure that temperature sensor is connected to your batteries. Temperature sensor is one of the most neglected components of a solar system, most especially for flooded lead acid batteries. Temperature sensor helps the charge controller to know the amount of current to put into the batteries, depending on the temperature of the batteries. Therefore, temperature sensor is very necessary in making your battery charge efficiently. Number 9 is attach battery equalizer to your batteries. Just like other battery technologies like lithium batteries, they have inbuilt BMS, which regulates the charging and the discharging of the batteries. But unfortunately for flooded lead acid batteries, it doesn't have BMS, battery management system. Therefore, it is recommended that you attach battery equalizer to your flooded lead acid battery to make sure that your battery charges and discharges uniformly. Most especially when you have large banks of batteries, maybe 16 batteries, 32 batteries, as the case may be. Make sure that battery equalizer is attached to your batteries to make sure that the current that comes from the charge controller or from the grid is evenly distributed among the batteries. Number 10 is make sure that the battery cables is well insulated. When your battery cables is not well insulated, it can cause short circuiting, which can cause irreparable damage to your flooded lead acid batteries. Therefore, make sure that your battery cables is well insulated to avoid short circuiting or, in worst case scenario, cause fire outbreak. If you find this video useful, do well to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on your notification button so you'll be notified when I release new videos. See you in the next video.